computer to make sure the stream's working. Scheduled. Upcoming. I'm live right now. Hello?
Coming. I'm live right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's working. All right. I think we're good. Oh, I don't have my camera. Is there a way I can have my camera? I don't think so. Alright. Well, I don't have my face, which is unfortunate. But I guess that's all right. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go straight into it, playing some chess online. We are not doing bullet. We are doing some 10 minutes. Dude, if I reach 600 ELO on stream, I'm gonna be so happy. Like, the happiness is gonna be unbelievable. That was a dumb pre-move. No human over, like, 100 ELO is making that move. Oh, man. Alright. It's alright. I'm making the golden moves. The one that International Master Levy told me to do. I had a feeling. I just, you have that feeling whenever they move their bishop out like that. Like, you're like, oh, you know what it's time for? It's time to play that move that everyone plays. Bishop attacking that knight. Everyone plays it. It's insane. I'll just castle queenside because it looked a bit better to me. My pawn structure is kind of trash, but I got all my pieces in active positions, so I'm pretty happy with how it's going. My bishop's under attack. I think trading here makes sense, except it doesn't make sense, so... Alright, we're doing a trade. Just because there basically weren't any other better moves. Then I'll move there. Attacking the bishop. The bishop is hanging. And we'll see what my opponent does here. Yes, best game ever. Hello, Iris. I'm sorry. I should have been checking chat. I was too locked in. You probably already left. 25 watching now. That's insane. Hello everyone. Like I said, I'm 500 ELO. The way I play chess is I look at the board and then I have, and you subbed. Oh, thank you very much, Iris. How's your day going right now? Are you happy today? Are good things happening? Oh my God. Man, that knight move is pretty powerful. Boring, lol. Yeah, most days are boring. I had an okay day. I was in French class, and my teacher said something. You got Chinese food. Chinese food is good. Said something about, like, imagining your mouth opening in an obtuse angle, and for whatever reason that made me laugh for like 40 seconds straight, and and I couldn't believe it. That doesn't hang a bishop. It's not a hanging of anything. It offers a trade. I'm not really in the position to trade. I'll attack the knight. My school got rid of chess club. My school doesn't have a chess club, but I know a bunch of friends who like playing chess that I end up playing chess with, so it's kind of like a chess club. But it's a small school, so it doesn't have a lot of things. But it's still unfortunate without a chess club. Ooh. What attacks do I have here? I could take there. That doesn't do anything. I'm gonna bring my rook out because, you know, we gotta make our pieces more powerful, bring them to better spaces in an equal position, such as this. You really want me to take that bishop. Man, that opponent really wants me to take their bishop. I'm not exactly sure if that's the best move. We're having wars in the halls. You're forced to play lacrosse. Like, do they like you have to join a club, so instead you join lacrosse? Is that what happened? Yeah, I know the school. There's a school that all my friends were going to that I want to go to, and one of my best friends went there, and apparently it's like what you said, like wars in the halls. I'm like, well, now I feel better that I didn't go to that school, but I'm not with my friend anymore, which is the trade-off. I'll just take the bishop because my opponent is like really making me do it, you know. They made me do it. Here, attacking the knight, and don't forget, it's also attacking the pawn. And I don't know, at 500 ELO level, it's kind of hard to see that. It's gym class. Oh man, my school also requires gym, and to me, it doesn't make sense because like we're prepping for real life at school. There's no way you do table tennis club. Nice. There's no way that doing like PE is like setting you up for life. Because, like, you know, physical education is important, but like it shouldn't be mandatory. Like some classes in school, some classes are important. Like sometimes for a lot of jobs like journaling, you might need to learn to do essays, but it shouldn't be required. Math, like during math I learned how to do taxes, so that's pretty important, but I'll just move that there. I think history is really important because, you know, we learn some decent lessons. Oh my god, that's double covered. I can't take that. I'll just take back with the queen. And now we got 3 pieces attacking the knight. So that should be good. They'll probably move their rook out. Table tennis is pretty cool. I haven't learned it, but I've played it on Wii Sports Resort, and it's really fun. So maybe I should, like, actually learn it. Was that... I don't know if that was the best move, but... Creates a check. Open lines near the king. So I like the move. At least. I like it. I don't know if it's the best move. Okay, we are not repeating moves. We are not going to repeat moves here. Ain't no way. Alright, mate is hanging right now. I'm assuming my opponent's going to try to do something to block it. You missed chess club. You don't have a chess set. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm assuming you play chess online, though. I really don't want to trade here. I guess I am... Well, I don't want to... Alright, this is the move we're playing. Yeah, I do have a chess set, which is nice. My family, it's really nice because we have a set where it has checkers, chess, backgammon, I think it's called, or something. Backgammon, that's what it's called. Tic-tac-toe, Chinese checkers, and all of that. And I'm just going to take the queen. So, you know, it's just a lot more efficient to have multiple games. Let's play chess. You don't get to play because I'm busy. Oh, yeah. Like, with schoolwork, or do you have, like, you know, like a job? You want my chessboard? Yeah, Well, my family uses it, unfortunately, but it'd be cool. I should do a chessboard giveaway. If I get popular enough, I'll probably do something like that. Because that sounds really fun. Doing like a giveaway. Just eating all the pawns. I really want to play a move like g4 here, but that blunders en passant. So that wouldn't be very smart. Let's see if they blunder their pawn, and if they don't, then I'll start pushing. Okay, I'll start pushing these pawns. And I'll give my opponent that ge2 pawn for free. Okay, ain't no way I'm allowing my opponent to do that. I'm gonna go there. Wait, do they just promote? It's illegal for you to get a job, but mostly schoolwork. Yeah, well, schoolwork's tough. It's kind of like a job, but like you don't get paid. That's basically what school is, if I'm being honest. Now, what you do get paid is after not 18 years. Well, it depends. For high school, it's 13 years. After 13 years of hard work, you get a diploma, which can be used to get jobs, but kind of seems like a scam. But at least it's something at the end. And then if you go to college, then you can get, bachelor's, associates. And again, you have to pay them, actually. They don't pay you to do the job, which is unfortunate. Oh, I think that's me. Okay. Well, this is why I'm 500 ELO. Man, I wish I had platinum. That's what Alabama is like. I've never been to Alabama. It seems like an interesting state. I know Alabama a lot because I read maps a lot. I kind of sound like a nerd, but I do read maps a lot. And like United States maps, and of course the first state is always Alabama. So whenever I start from the beginning of the maps, I always look at Alabama first. That's basically most of what I know about Alabama. It's all the major cities, just because I look at the map of it so much. Alright, I'm just gonna take the center. I probably shouldn't have moved my knight. I probably should have done my pawn first, but we make mistakes and that's alright. Is this a sneaky good move? No, it is not a sneaky good move. And now my queen is pinned. Okay. Well, I'll just not do that next time. How good are you? Like, how much ELO, if you don't mind me asking? Dun-dun-dun. Or do you not even do chess.com? It took me a while because I didn't do chess.com. I didn't really play chess, and then I started watching Gotham Chess. And some people say that the lessons he teaches are like bad information, like information that can be like false or misleading or bad for beginners, but at least he makes it interesting. So like, of course I'm gonna watch, right? But yeah, what really got me into chess was, well, my dad did, and then at my school, like, I knew how to play chess, and then I saw there's a chess club at my school, at my old school. So I was like, well, I guess I'll join that. And they put me in tournaments. Okay, that's pretty smart. And that's where I basically played chess with people I hadn't played before. And I was like very bad when I played the tournaments. Everything like stereotypically bad you can do in chess, I did. I was up 2 queens and I stalemated. Oh, I hated that. I got checkmated with the, what's it called? Scholar's Mate. What other craziness happened? I lost like most of my games. One game I was playing against this person, and they had their queen out. I'm like, ooh, I can get it. And for the next like 6 moves, I sent their queen on a wild goose chase, and then they just found a move that like checkmated me or something, and then I just died. That wasn't very fun, but it was pretty fun attacking their knight. But I was just bad at chess, so I didn't really know like what the good moves were to play. That was the problem. Oh my god, I thought I just blundered my bishop for a second. Also, it was check. You can't take my bishop when it's in check. Alright. Try to bring my rooks into the game. But I really can't. Like, what move would I play to do that? Oh my goodness. This is why I'm 500 ELO, isn't it? Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm down material now. I'm down. I'm down. How many points of material is that? Oh, 2 points. It says it on the thing. Okay. I'm just having massive brain freeze now. Maybe it was a bad idea to play chess on stream. Just because the nerves of just streaming. But I'm not really one for nerves, so I don't know what's going on. I just need to become better. I just blundered my bishop and my opponent didn't see it. Okay. Okay, this is a game. Oh my god. Wow. How bad can one be at chess? Okay. Let's take deep breaths. This game is not over. This game is definitely not over. I got a nice move, or I think it's nice. Oh my god, I hate that move. Actually, I shouldn't be hating just because it's a decent move. The idea of knight h3 is after f5, I simply like win material, right? Okay. Oh, I didn't see the bishop. It's a good thing they moved it. Alright, I really want to take the bishop, but I am down material. But the idea is takes, and then I move my knight. And there's no good ideas for me, or if there are, I can't see them because I'm 500 ELO. My bestie barely plays chess, and she always beats you. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was... I don't know if you've heard the stereotype, but, like, my dad... Okay. My dad always played chess with me. And it was, like, the stereotype, which is, like, I'd played with him a bunch, and he'd always beat me. One time, it was his king and pawns. Only his king and pawns. And... Okay. That's unfortunate. Good move. That was an excellent move. He only had king and pawns, and it took me till the mid game for me to finally beat him. And I was just like, wow. But my best friend, he is like, he has less ELO than me. He was like kind of newer to chess. But he's like a GM in the making. Like, sometimes he does moves where I'm like, whoa, I didn't even see that. He's really good with discovered checks. That's one thing I realize is like one of his strategies. And it's kind of genius because it's kind of hard to see at our level. So I feel like if I just play moves like discovered checks like he does, then maybe I'll win some more, right? That's the idea. Speaking of discovered checks, all I'm saying is E4. All I'm saying is E4. Because that. Oh, wait, no, that's not. E4 doesn't do a discovered check, but I can check with B7. It isn't useful to me, but I can move my rook to the B file, I think it is. Column? Now I forgot. You can just see I'm oozing chess incompetence. The rook, I mean, not the rook, the king can't attack me here, which is nice. Alright, let's see. What does that blunder? Does it blunder anything? The idea of that move is rook a7. Because that wins material. And I need to catch up on material for sure. Nice job blundering a pawn, sir. What was the idea? What was the idea of that, actually? Because I have no idea what the idea is. Truthfully. Alright, let's just take the pawn. I wanted to check him on c7, but that does nothing, so... Oh my god, I just realized my knight kind of is under attack, but kind of isn't. Alright, time to get my other knight in the game. But I don't think I can. Alright, I can't do anything between the A and C file. Literally everything is like... Anything you can do is just loses material. So I'm just gonna move my knight, try to push my pawns on the right side. Okay, that's a good move. Uh-oh, that's a good move. I think I'm just losing a pawn here. I don't really have any useful checks. Forgive me, my math homework needs to be done. Oh, no, yeah, that's fine. You know, sometimes when I have homework to be done, I just, like, watch YouTube and just kind of have it on in the background to just... something to hear, and I don't actually pay attention, and I realize, like, sometimes I need to rewind after I do the homework, because, like, I'm like, oh, I just realized, like, I missed, like, some important parts, but no worries. Also, my pawn is still hanging. I don't know what Mario's doing, but I don't mind, because right now we're equal on material. Okay, not anymore. Alright, let's give a check here. If I keep giving checks, maybe Mario will blunder a bad position somehow. Okay, there are no more checks. Except for that, which is just dumb. I don't really have any good moves here. I don't. And my pawn structure is trash. I'll move my pawns, that way it's easier for my knight to go. Okay. Do I trade here? Takes, and then I just move my knight back. I like that. But also, why would I trade up material? That wouldn't make sense. Oh, it is check. So it's either that or other things, which I wouldn't want to do. Alright, let's go there. What does that blunder know? Probably blunders something. The game reviews are always like they take you play a move and they're like, "Oh, that's actually a miss because you just missed 15." Like sometimes they give me like 10 plays and it's like you missed winning a pawn or a bishop through a fork. I actually had a moment like that this morning, or was it this morning? Yeah, while I was eating lunch, where they're like, "Yeah, you blundered because you could have won a bishop through a fork," and I'm like, I didn't see that. I didn't even know that was possible in that position, which is rough. I'm gonna try pushing this pawn. Okay, not anymore. Oh, I'm dumb. They were gonna take, obviously. Okay. Wow. That's alright. Oh, I just blundered a pawn. Huh. Well, this is why I'm 500 ELO. If I just practice, then maybe I'll get better. I remember one day I was super salty. I'm like, I don't have premium and like I'm not able to review games and see how I can improve. I can only review games once a day. Like, it's kind of sad. Illegalize homework is crazy. Yeah, well, that would make world news. That's for sure. What is my homework? You're doing math homework? Like what subject? I don't think that they would illegalize homework though, just cuz exponents, oof, yeah. Exponents are kind of difficult. Um right now in my math, well, last year we were learning what happens when x is the exponent, and that led to all sorts of crazy things. I almost blundered my knight, which wouldn't have been good. I have no idea what my opponent's doing, but the exponents are confusing because you got sick. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I sometimes like at my school they offer like, oh, if you go on this field trip, like you don't go to school, and I'm like, yeah, but like the then like I'm gonna miss some important lessons. Oh no, I'm cooked with when x is the exponent. Yeah, that's rough, but I got it eventually. I'm probably gonna lose either on time or because, I'm literally have no material other than my king. But I'm just hoping that my opponent doesn't know how to do a king and rook checkmate. Because I feel like most people at this level don't. Okay, that's not good. I probably should have not played that move. Now that I realize. I'm kind of at an advantage. Because if I just go like this, no matter what my opponent does, my opponent doesn't feel comfortable enough to like stop to like. Let's go! We hit a draw. Oh my goodness! I cannot believe I got a draw there. That took all of my willpower. You hate having the house to myself. I'm hallucinating someone touched you and nobody is in the house. Yeah, it was rough. I remember during COVID, I wasn't alone, but everyone else in the house was sleeping, and I had some wild thoughts. And, sometimes, in the night, and you're by yourself or everyone else is sleeping, it's like this, like one of the scariest things, especially when you can't sleep. For whatever reason, I've always had trouble sleeping, like always. And it's the worst when you're just laying in bed and you're going through like some really dark thoughts. Like not dark like to yourself, but just dark about like the world and like things about the world. And it's an experience that I've had a lot, but too many times. Too many times is all I have to say. Hallucinating someone touched you is crazy though. I've never had that happen. I remember one time I went on a trip to Chicago and I stayed at my relative's house and I was in bed and I kept hallucinating that my relatives were coming into my bedroom and being like, "All right, like it's time to get up." And I was like, "Yay, like the night's over." And I like get up a bed and I realized like, "Oh, all of that was just like an imagination." Like it's 11 p.m. and the day doesn't start until 6 a.m. and I'm just laying here and it was a full moon and the thing is I wanted to like leave. Like I'm like I just want to see something else other than the inside of my relative's guest room. And the floor was so creaky that whenever I made a step, it made a noise and I'm like I don't want to wake anyone else. Your bestie has problems. You don't know if she got in your house. Yeah, that wouldn't be pretty good. That wouldn't be very good. Um, I had a friend once, and he's like, "Oh, like what if I went into your house at night?" I'm like, "That's crazy," and he's like, I did that to my friend once. Like I climbed into his house through the window, and I was underneath his bed the whole night, and he noticed when he woke up, and he jumped out of bed and he stepped on his foot and I'm like that is one of the craziest stories I've ever heard. Like bro, what are you talking about? You climbed into the house through the window? Why are you telling me this? That was an insane story in retrospect and at the time like oh wow like that's crazy. But now if they said that to me I think I'd have a bigger reaction and I don't know if that's good or bad that would happen. But I don't know. I feel safe right now when it comes to all this stuff, which is good. Oh my god! I just realized I just blundered upon. Oh, they didn't see it. Yo, they didn't see it. Okay, okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right, they didn't see it. The reason I'm saying they blundered upon is because take on C3, then the pawn on E4 is one less defender, so that's the thing. Okay, I have a checkmating idea. Oh my god, please tell me this works. They'll probably see it. Okay. It's time to sacrifice the house. We start by sacrificing the actually nothing. That didn't sacrifice anything. It wouldn't be so bad if we lived in the neighborhood, but in the middle of nowhere, your school is 7 miles from my house. It's the opposite for me actually because for me, I live in the neighborhood and my school is in the middle of nowhere. So okay. Mate is hanging. Oh my god, mate is hanging. No! You've got to be kidding me. I was probably way too suspicious when they saw me move my knight there in retrospect. But living in the middle of nowhere is creepy because if you live in like where there's a lot of people next to you, it's creepy because like there's a lot of people next to you. But when there's no one next to you, it's also creepy. It's weird how that works. This is literally the only safe spot for my knight. Alright, I have another checkmating idea. Let's see what happens. But I guess now what I started to do during COVID is I turn on my radio. I have a radio next to my bed because my parents don't allow me to be in phone at night. Live in the woods. You're cooked. You see coyotes. I'm gonna say you hear coyotes, but you see coyotes. You don't want rabies. Well, I don't want to be. I don't want to like be eaten by a coyote. Just in general, like the idea of interacting with a coyote just doesn't sound like the best. That sounds really scary. But do you get to at least see like cool wildlife, like non-scary wildlife there? Because like being in the woods can be cool. But yeah, with the radio, the nice thing about turning on the radio is like you have something else to think about. Like I just like listen to like what the people on the radio are saying, and it just helps me chill out, I guess. But yeah, I'm cooked for this game. I'm like, oh, I can play checkmate. Like, this is checkmate moves. Lots of ravens and so many squirrels. Oh, I love squirrels. Squirrels are really cool. They're like one of my favorite animals, I'd say. Okay, that's a pretty smart move, defending the rook. I mean, defending the rook, defending the pawn. Oh my goodness. I'm on stream.
Alright.
Wait, you have anything important to say?
No.
Okay. You can't stand radios. There's a tornado warning every 2 weeks. Oh, dude, a tornado warning in bed would be one of the creepiest things. It is always creepy when sometimes warnings do turn on in the radio when I'm trying to get to sleep, and that is pretty creepy. But most of the time, it's okay. There's tornadoes in Alabama. See, in the South, I know there's a lot of like hurricanes because you're right next to like a bunch of water and it's kind of warm there. But I didn't hear about tornadoes. You got a tornado warning while you're on a trampoline. Did it sound different? Because like you were moving, so like you're going up and down. So they just blundered a fork. Oh my God, we are so back. We're so back because oh my God, I can't believe they just did that. I thought they were gonna take with the knight. This is why I don't resign. This is why. Wow. Okay. Okay, we're back. I know like when you move, sounds sound differently. Um so it'd be kind of interesting to hear what it would sound like. You're wearing headphones and the sound connected to my headphones. It was loud. Yeah. I've like never been a headphones person. I always use like the normal speaker. But lately I have been getting into headphones just so that way, you know, when you're wearing headphones, no one else can hear. So if like you don't want to disturb others with what you're watching, then I always wear headphones for that. And yeah, I haven't really experienced a bad like loud headphone sound, though I have heard about like the rumors and stuff, but it is something to worry about. It's raining where you live. Like in the night, cuz that when it rains in the night, that's crazy. I remember one time there was like a storm in the night, and that was pretty crazy, but it was also kind of fun because I wasn't at like the creepy part of night. I was like I just went to bed, so it was like it was cool to hear the sounds and to hear something different. But if it was like a different time of night, it's like 8:35. Oh right, because of time zones. If it was a different time of night, I would have been flipped out with the rain. Yeah. I live in Colorado, so that's MST. So right now it's 7:30, 5 p.m. But yeah, yeah, CDT. Um, I didn't. I would have assumed Alabama was in Eastern just because it's kind of like located east geographically. But I haven't memorized the time zones. I just know really west is Pacific, really east is Eastern. Where I am is Mountain, and then somewhere around there is Central. You know, but that's good enough because I know how to translate between the hours. So if anything says PST, CDT, or EST, I know what time it is roughly in MST. Okay, that's not good. It's oh yeah, I have seen the time zones split Florida and the Panhandle, so it's crazy. Yeah, with if you live in the Panhandle, you are kind of separate from the rest of Florida, which is interesting. Now, hopefully, they won't see that the rook is hanging. Or they probably will. This player is smart. They haven't made a single bad move this game, except for that fork blunder. I should have known that because I have seen the time zone split there. It just didn't click in my head that means that Alabama's in Central. I'm just sad with this game. Now my bishop's hanging. Splits the capital city. Oh, it splits the capital. Okay, I didn't know that Tallahassee was that far west. I thought it was a bit more east, so that it was kind of next to the time zone. But it splits the capital city in half. That's interesting. Maybe I'll win on time, or they'll stalemate. That happens sometimes. I mean, I still made it last game. Alright, there goes my knight. And the game's ending soon. Like I said, this player hasn't made a mistake all game, so why would it start now? Oh, that square is protected. Checkmate. Alright. Iris, you want to play a game against me? Or are you still busy on your math homework? Because if you are, then, I don't want to distract from that, but I'd totally be up with playing a game against you. You're stuck on a question? Oof. What question is it? Let me get my computer. Okay. My teachers in high school, they're having us assign homework over the summer. Like, some teachers do it, the fourth one. Oof. And there was this question that I actually spent 2 hours on because it was a system of equations. So there's two equations, and you use one equation to solve the other. It took me 2 hours to solve that one problem. And the answer was no real solutions. And I was pretty upset, but I ended up getting my homework done eventually. And I listened to Super Mario Odyssey OST. And that OST, it's decent. I speedrun that game, so it's kind of familiar for me, which is nice. Forgive me, I need to log in. Oh, you're all right. What went wrong this game? I think it was when I saw checkmate and I kind of tunnel visioned. It was basically a bet. The bet was, if my opponent doesn't see it, then I win. Right here. If the opponent doesn't see mate, I win, but then they just played that, and the entire game just basically ended right there. That's rough. Get him next time. How do I get on a game? Okay, I think to challenge someone, you have to become friends with them first, which is interesting. Because say if I play and then I go against players, if I search up a username who I'm not friends with, like say I search up Gotham Chess, like it's I don't think I can play against them. Oh, all players. Oh wait, no. I can just do it. Okay. Oh, what's your username? Because once you got the username, then I can just type it in, and then I should be able to challenge you. What if I just type in Iris? There's no way it just pops up, right? Yeah, no. Oh wait, no, that's not even how you type it. Maybe it's like an underscore. Oof. Dun 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 dun. Let's make sure the audio is working. Yeah, the audio is working. And then you can hear my cringe singing. All right. Why is the chat so slow? I've no idea. With phones, there's always more of a delay, which is unfortunate. But once I just go to all players, and then once I can know your username, then I can just, or you can just challenge me. Let me know. You have your username. Nice. Iris dash Innova. I did the underscore, but I didn't do the dash. I didn't try that. There we go. Click. Challenge. Standard 10-minute, non-rated. Send challenge. Okay. The challenge should be set. Or sent, rather. Nice, we've started. Ooh, I'm black. I don't know many openings with black, but I normally it depends on what my opponent plays, and then I have some strategies. I should really learn openings, though. It'd be pretty beneficial for me. Ooh, that's interesting. Alright, I'll go queen's pawn. Okay. I'm gonna just try to take over the center. See, what is this opening called? The Kadas opening. I've never seen it before, but it looks pretty interesting. Let's defend my pawn with the knight. All right. Let's go. I guess I'll tunnel vision attack the knight. I just realized if I commentate what moves I'm going to play, then you can just hear my strategies, because it'd be pretty boring for me to just not say my strategies, but I don't know, it's worth it for the good content, right? It's all about the content. Probably shouldn't have played that. Okay, let's... I don't like this pawn, so I'm just gonna try to stop it. Let's see, what strategies? Okay, I've got a strategy. That's not a good strategy. Okay. Let's see if my strategy works. My idea is just to, just try to win small bits of material here and there. Oh, you disconnected? Oh no. Your mom told me you couldn't play. Oh, that's unfortunate. Does that mean you have to end watching stream, or no? Here, I'll resign. Or can you still watch stream while you do the homework? You just can't play? All right. Well, my mom says I have to my mom says I have to put away dinner, so I'll do one more game and then I'll end stream and put away dinner. And then I think that'll be a good end to the stream. Thank you very much for sticking with me, Iris. Oh wait, did I just ask for a rematch? Hopefully not. It's great chatting with, new people all across the world. That's what the internet's about. There's so many negative parts of the internet that people talk about, but internet was invented for good reasons. And some bad. And it's good to think about the good parts. Oh, they resigned. Let's go. I finally won a game. It took so long, and I finally won a game by resignation. Oh my god. They were just... I can't review. I already used my free one. They were just so scared once I moved my knight. They're like, yo, the knight can jump over pawns? I'm so scared. And they resigned. Perfect. Alright, actually one more game, because that one more game doesn't count. They resigned after 2 moves. I wonder what they were so upset. I bet they just had to leave, but if you have to leave, just offer a draw and I'll accept it, because I'm kind. One time, for whatever reason, when I used Streamlabs, and I tried to, move pieces, it didn't let me sometimes, and it was pretty frustrating because you have to move pieces in order to win the game. And I offered a draw, and thank goodness my opponent did say yes, and I'm like, okay, we're all right, because my opponent accepted the draw, and I'm not losing too much. Ooh, there aren't many good moves for me here. I'm gonna go here and think about castling. Hmm. My pawns on the left side are, well, A2 is just hanging, but I can just move it to A3 and it's not hanging anymore. So I'm liking my position right now. You know, I was not expecting that. And that's something my opponent can say they did. So, you know, good job on doing an unexpected move. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have moved my queen to D3 because now I'm moving it to E3, and I could have just done. Oh man, it's all right. I make mistakes. I'm 500. That's part of the game. I'll become better over time. That's what I keep telling myself. I'll get better over time. I'm not going in. Finally, on the back of the paper. Oh, so it's one paper? Okay. It's you know, it's still manageable. Please take. Please take. Please take. Please take. They probably won't. Yeah, I remember my old math teacher. She would give us homework every day. And I don't know what that does. We do most of the work in class. Nice. Yeah, my teacher, what she did is we have 50 minutes per class. So she spent 20 minutes on the bell work, 20 minutes, well, 10 minutes just chatting, and then 20 minutes actually teaching what we need to do. So then the time we had allotted to do our homework, to do our homework was just, it was homework. So that wasn't very fun. And it was slightly difficult. The big thing about the homework that we had, what I didn't like about it is the website. I have problems with Savas. I don't know if your school uses Savas. If they don't, consider yourself lucky because in my opinion Savas is one of the dumbest websites. And I'm not saying that because I don't like math. I'm saying that because thanks for the free pawn. One time, I answered a question using the best of my ability. We use Savas. Oh no. Oh no. I answered a question to the best of my ability. It's the worst. Yeah, I know. And it said I was wrong. And I looked over, I'm like, I don't understand. I brought it to my teacher. I was right. I was right. I clicked the right option and Savas said I was wrong. And I nearly lost it. I nearly lost my mind. I was like, what is actually going on? But at least my new teacher does, well, the teacher I have this year doesn't use Savas. But I still have problems. Alright, what's the idea of that? Just to defend the knight? Okay, I gotta get my pieces out. That just blunders. It's so boring. Use the math and science of us. I don't know exactly what 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 my math teacher did is we went a whole semester without using Savas and it was fine. And then, well, no, we used it a bit, but my last teacher used it a lot. And what she just did is she assigned assignments along the way. But I don't know, the whole thing was just rough. That's all I have to say. So I don't know what we just what she did is she just took assignments from Savas and assigned them to us. Like we didn't use a textbook or anything, which is one of the parts that I thought was cool, but I still used Savas. No, I don't use McGraw Hill. That must be a southern thing or something, because we don't. The nice thing about my school is we rarely use textbooks. Uh, we used we used the textbook kind of last year for AP Gov more than most classes, and other than that, like we didn't really do textbooks, which is it's a great experience. It's mostly made for Alabama. So I'm not a textbook person. Doesn't make sense. Well, it makes sense to me. It makes sense too much. Just what does said hi mean? Because I see you've said it in chat 3 times. I don't know what it means. I feel like if you standardize teaching, then you put less feeling into it, and in order to teach well, you gotta have feeling in it, right? Also, my bishop was hanging for like 3 straight moves. That's actually hilarious. Okay, wow. YouTube keeps kicking me out of the live 3 times, so that's weird. Oh, so annoying. That does sound pretty annoying. Yeah, YouTube does have some problems, and it's unfortunate. One of the biggest ones I see is like sometimes replies don't show up, but that's only one of the bigger ones. Other than that, it's usually pretty chill. And 3 times, I've had it happen to me where um, the video lags like it's insane, but what's McGraw Hill like? Is it pain? It sounds like interesting to say the least. It does sound familiar. Like I've heard the name McGraw Hill before, but I don't know. I don't know. It's the problems. Thanks for the bond. It's a textbook, but just on a website. Oof. Okay, that's interesting. You know, I feel like I have used it slightly before. Just a bit. Yo! Oh my goodness. That was actually checkmate. Talk about a comeback. Well, it wasn't really a comeback, but just I didn't expect it. Where have I seen? Oh, you know what? Where I've heard it before? I think my AP Gov textbook was McGraw Hill. I think that's why that name sounds so familiar. Alright, well, anyways, it's 8 o'clock. Well, for me, my bedtime's soon, and also my mom said I had to put away the food, and I think it's good to end on a win. So unfortunately, I do have to end the stream, but I really appreciate you checking out the stream, staying the whole time. I feel like playing chess can get boring, so it's nice to spice it up with some conversation. And thank you for the subscription too. I might end up doing more chess streams. Just coming back next live. All right, thank you. Good luck on your math homework. And I hope you have a good day. All right, how do I end the live stream? Uh-oh. I don't know how to end the live stream. There it is. All right, goodbye.